Generating lift is a physical manipulation of the atmosphere. To support its weight, an aircraft wing must create specific changes in the surrounding air. Before we break down the physics, comment your answer. Is lift caused by pressure difference, downwash, or both? In this Captain Aero video, we'll examine how wings interact with air to stay airborne. This is a foundational topic for student pilots preparing for DGCA, FAA, EASA, and TC exams. Lift is the aerodynamic force that acts roughly upward, directly opposing the weight of the aircraft. This force is produced when air flows around the wing and the wing changes the airflow. The volume of lift generated is determined by 5 variables: airspeed, angle of attack, air density, wing area, and wing shape. Success in aviation exams requires more than memorizing these terms. You must understand how these variables interact to master true flight mechanics. We begin with the aerofoil. This is the cross-sectional shape of an aircraft wing, typically designed with a curved upper surface and a flatter lower surface. Engineers design this shape to guide the oncoming airflow smoothly around the wing's structure. However, geometry alone cannot generate lift. A static wing in still air remains motionless. The force is only produced when the air begins to move. If this breakdown is helping you visualize the physics of flight, like the video so other student pilots can find this theory. The aerofoil is an inert shape. The force of lift results from the dynamic interaction between this geometry and the fluid medium of the air. As the wing moves through the air, the pressure directly above the upper surface becomes lower than the surrounding atmospheric pressure. Simultaneously, the air along the lower surface maintains a relatively higher pressure. This pressure difference creates an upward force. The higher pressure below effectively pushes the wing toward the lower pressure above. This pressure differential is one confirmed component of the lift equation. Focusing exclusively on pressure creates a gap in understanding. To see the full picture, we must look at the air trailing behind the wing. As the wing moves, its shape and angle physically deflect a large mass of air downward. This is known as downwash. According to Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. By pushing the air downward, the wing receives a corresponding upward reaction from the air. Student pilots often ask if lift is a result of Bernoulli's principle or Newton's laws. The two happen together. Pressure difference and downward deflection are simultaneous parts of the same physical event. If you are building your aviation theory base for exams, subscribe to Captain Aero. I am building these ground school topics from first principles. A pilot must understand both mechanisms. This unified model is what you are expected to demonstrate on written exams and in the cockpit. The primary way a pilot controls this force is by changing the angle of attack. This is the angle between the wing's chord line and the relative airflow. Generally, as the angle of attack increases, the amount of lift produced also increases. This relationship only holds true up to a specific limit, called the critical angle of attack. When the wing exceeds this threshold, the airflow can no longer follow the curve of the aerofoil. The boundary layer detaches from the upper surface, creating a wake of turbulent air. This sudden reduction in lift caused by airflow separation is a stall. It is critical to remember that a stall is caused by exceeding the critical angle of attack, not by low airspeed. Mastering the concept of the critical angle defines the boundaries of safe flight. Let's address 3 common misconceptions. First, the belief that lift is solely caused by air traveling faster over the top surface. As we have seen, a complete explanation requires both pressure difference and downward deflection. Second, the myth that a stall means the aircraft engine has stopped. A stall is an aerodynamic condition. It is a failure of the wing to produce lift, regardless of engine power. Third, the assumption that stalls only happen at slow speeds. An aircraft can stall at any airspeed if the pilot forces the wing past the critical angle of attack. Correcting these dangerous misconceptions is vital for handling real-world emergencies, such as accelerated stalls in steep, tight turns. Let's test this knowledge. Question: what happens when the critical angle of attack is exceeded? The answer: the airflow separates and the wing stalls. Moving on to question 2. Lift is mainly produced by which 2 core ideas? The answer: pressure difference and downward deflection of airflow. Here is your final recap. Lift requires movement, is driven by pressure differences and downward deflection, is controlled by the angle of attack, and is lost when the critical angle is exceeded. Comment below, what should I explain next? Drag, stall, flaps, or aircraft stability? Mastering these aerodynamic principles provides a reliable mental model for the cockpit. Understanding flight physics ensures your pilot decisions are based on facts rather than intuition.